I have a mission that I honestly should have done a long time ago, but it was only now that I had this burning desire to really make this kind of content and to make this channel so that I can start this movement. I've been developing on Roblox for like about 6 or 7 years, and I've never really made deep connections with anybody who I've met during my time developing on Roblox. Like, I always say to myself that I have these games that I want to make, but I never have the team to do it. And I also just never have friends in the Roblox developer community to help me accomplish my goals, help me accomplish my dreams, the games that I really want to make. And when I do, and I want to start a movement of like minded Roblox developers who also care for each other's progress, who hold each other accountable, and to just bring people together so that we can just hang around and have a good time. Maybe hop onto calls to see how we're doing. Or host events for each other to challenge ourselves. Because in order to get so far to where we need to be, we need to hold each other accountable. We need to praise each other for our progress. And we have to remember that for ourselves, we're not just creating stuff solely for our beneficial gains. Now, of course, there are a lot of developers who do think that way, and I don't think those are very good people to be with. But people who genuinely make good games on the platform, people who build strong communications with each other through the games that we create, are all things that I don't really see much of that's happening, at least from my experience. And also, like, this mission of mine does sound very unrealistic as well. Which is why I'm making this video, to sort of be accountable for my content that I'm going to be creating for this channel. Because I created my beginners Roblox scripting tutorial series on my Brawl Battle channel, but this channel is now being created to continue my developer-related journey. So I think I addressed this in my last video, but as soon as this video goes out, I'm going to be making my advanced scripting tutorial series alongside my GUI scripting tutorial series, and then a bunch of other content related to making sure that you can become a very competent developer. Because I want you to grow in the field of making Roblox games. Roblox just continues to get bigger and bigger by the year. It's never going to die anytime soon. It's just going to keep evolving. Roblox has had an organic growth ever since the platform first came out in 2006. And I've been there through that journey for at least half the time. But not only am I doing this to bring a community of like-minded Roblox developers together to hold each other accountable and to really make those connections that I feel like a lot of developers feel disassociated with. Connections that a lot of developers feel are very shallow or, are only here to gain for yourself. I want it to be more fun. I want there to be more of a reason for me to continue what I do. I'm not only doing this for the sake of the community, but I'm also going to be making all this content for the reason that my younger self, when I first started developing on Roblox in around 2015 or 2016, a lot of the content or information that I got to help me make games on Roblox was all very fragmented, meaning I had to look for content on specific things on the developer forum, and then I had to look for content on specific things on YouTube. And even then, YouTube, the Roblox developer scene on YouTube wasn't that big back in 2016, so there wasn't really too much to work with. And there wasn't just a channel that laid out everything out for me, for my younger self to just watch and then become an expert at, just from that person, that publisher or author or content creator or whoever that is. One person guiding me throughout the entire journey to make me become an expert, to make me make the games that I want to create. And being able to translate all of the skills that I developed from making these games onto other future projects. Like, if you're into scripting on Roblox, then that can very much translate to a bunch of opportunities for you in the future outside of Roblox, like game developing on other gaming platforms, or having an interest with game developing, or having an interest with programming in anything that doesn't have to do with game developing. So it's like a roadmap that I kind of had to like piece together on my own without really having someone there to keep having someone there to show me like the wonders of game developing and just general programming. So that's another reason. I'm doing this for my younger self because my younger self had to spend so many years trying to figure out from website to website, YouTube video to YouTube video without having that one guy to tell me everything that I need to do to become an expert and just anything beyond it. There are YouTubers like Alvinblocks who've made developer related content on YouTube for many years, but it just seems very fragmented. It's like he does scripting tutorials for you, explains like a whole bunch of things to you, scripting wise. Like he'll teach you how to become a beginner scripter to an expert scripter, but then not tell you about simple things like how humanoids work unless it's involved in a video that ties into the scripting topic that you're trying to make or this feature that you're trying to make. I feel like it's not all entirely laid out for me to take in and then try to do things on my own. Now, basically what I'm saying is that I prefer if somebody told me how every feature in Roblox Studio worked rather than having to discover these things on my own. And that is kind of what it is. But at the same time, the willingness to learn new things on your own is a valuable skill to have. But for a lot of new beginners, like I see, like I've received comments in my other channel with people who just can't really seem to understand scripting because they flip from like one YouTube video to the next and to the next without really getting a grasp of anything that's happening in those videos. And that's kind of like, and that just reminded me so much of my younger self. There wasn't really a concrete path to go towards because there were people who weren't sure if this was something that they wanted to do. And if they did want to do it, they were so confused with actually making the games on Roblox. I want to make it so that when you take all the things you watch from my videos, I want you to apply them. I want you to really feel like you're accomplishing stuff, and I want you to be proud of your work that you're creating. Like, regardless of your skill level, whether you are an advanced scripter or like anything that doesn't have to do with scripting, like building or UI designing or anything like that, because I'm pretty amateurish with all that sort of stuff. I'm kind of like a specialist in scripting, but I'm not very good with every other aspect, like building or UI designing or animating. I'm pretty mediocre at all of those. But again, I didn't really have that community. And when I did want to develop that community, I was just like really socially awkward that I was kind of afraid of just going into these Discord channels on like RoDevs or the Alvinblocks Haven or whatever. Like I was kind of lost. I didn't really know how to actually like develop a team where we all hold each other accountable and where we all feel like friends that we're actually working. I want to build a community of closeness, a community of people that will actually be proud of the work that they're creating. And I want everyone to be open with each other, be transparent about their projects, their plans, have everyone get to know each other. So my goal here isn't to try and get as many subscribers as possible, to get as many views as possible, or even revenue, because YouTube ad revenue is pretty darn bad. It's like you make actual pennies from advertisements, so that's not my goal either. If that was my goal, then I would have continued uploading on my Brawl Battle channel that makes pennies from these ads anyways. My mission is to genuinely see people be happy with their work. Be happy that I've been able to make an impact in their journey to know the world of developing, but also just programming, because programming is fun. I love programming. I love teaching programming to people. That's just something I am good at and that I enjoy doing. And I know that every developer, and I know that every Roblox developer or programmer, YouTuber that you see, everyone has their own preference. And I want to be a part of that too. I want to make content that genuinely helps people. And to maybe even steer their direction away from Roblox developing if that's what they decide not to do, or if they lose interest from Roblox developing after getting into the whole game developing side. Because regardless of if you are trying to make Roblox games or not, I think just having a sense of community is the best feeling to have. Because for so many years, I've worked with a couple people that just don't really feel like they're interested in me. They only care about getting the work done or fulfilling their needs. I want my videos to change your life as a developer. I want you to meet other like-minded people who you can say are your friends with similar interests and everything like that. People who will hold you accountable if you even try to say that you're not feeling motivated to do this work. You have to remember the reason why you're making Roblox games in the first place. Is it because you saw a bunch of developers make lots of money from these games? Is it because you grew up with Roblox and you want to make the games that you see on the front page because you enjoy playing those games, so you want to make those games too? Is it that you like the progress or the journey that it takes to become a game developer on Roblox? There's many reasons as to why people make games on Roblox or get into game development in general. For me, it's because Roblox has basically been a childhood game of mine. I enjoyed the games that I saw on the platform. I wanted to try making these games, and then I realized that scripting was probably one of the most fun activities and hobbies that I've ever participated in. And so I've basically spent years trying to hone my crafts as a scripter. And now I want to share my experiences with you through my scripting tutorials. And so that is basically what it comes down to. My younger self will look back on all these videos and say, "You've finally done the thing that you were holding off on for many months and maybe even years too. That you built a community of like-minded developers who will keep each other accountable." I know I keep saying the word accountable a lot, but I don't know how else to describe it. Maybe even make a course in the future, a really high-valued course on like Udemy or Skillshare that teaches you step by step on going from a beginner scripter to a pro scripter and maybe even a pro developer. A course that will genuinely change you because of how much value that the course will provide to you. There's so many things I want to do with this, and the first thing that I can do is continue off what I didn't finish with my scripting tutorial videos. The link to my new Discord server is in the description, so if you click that link, you will join my Discord server where you will meet like-minded developers who will help each other and share their progress and be friendly to one another. I want to build a close community of developers. And this is where we're going to start. I hope my channel will provide value to you. And if you love the content that I do, or if you know people who are also interested in developing on Roblox, then recommend them this channel, Brawl Dev. I will see you in my next scripting video.